Welcome back to the channel BBC Coin. Today, we are talking about one of the most interesting coins in American history, the 1963 Liberty 1-cent coin with no mint mark. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but certain rare examples have shocked collectors and sold for incredible prices. In this video, we'll uncover the history, hidden details, rare errors, collector secrets, and the current market value of the 1963 no mint mark penny. Make sure you stay until the end, because one small detail on your coin could completely change its value. The 1963 1-cent coin is officially known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent. It features the legendary portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front side with the word Liberty beside him. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial Building. Millions of Americans use these pennies every single day, and most people never thought twice about them. But here's where things become exciting. Some 1963 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, and those coins came with no mint mark at all. That means if your coin does not have a tiny D or S under the date, it was produced in Philadelphia. Many people mistakenly believe every no mint mark coin is rare, but that is not true. However, certain high-grade examples and error coins are extremely valuable. Now let's talk about why collectors are paying serious money for these coins. The first reason is condition. Most 1963 pennies were heavily used in circulation. They became scratched, worn, faded, and dirty over time. But a few survived in almost perfect condition with bright original red color and sharp details. These are known as red mint state coins, and they are the ones collectors fight over. According to recent coin value guides, some top-grade 1963 no mint mark pennies have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine holding a coin worth 1 cent that suddenly becomes worth more than $1,200 simply because of its condition. That is exactly why collectors carefully inspect every old penny they find. Now let's examine the design of this fascinating coin. On the front side, you will see Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head are the words "I and God we trust." To the left is the word Liberty, and to the right is the date 1963. If there is no mint mark below the date, the coin was struck in Philadelphia. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial. If you look very closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial building. Around the top edge are the words United States of America, while 1 cent appears at the bottom. This coin is made mostly of copper, giving it that classic reddish appearance collectors love. Older copper pennies are especially popular because modern pennies no longer contain the same high copper content. Now here comes the most important part. How do you know if your 1963 no mint mark penny might actually be valuable? First, check the color. Collectors divide copper pennies into 3 categories. Brown coins are the most common and usually the least valuable. Red-brown coins are more desirable. But fully red coins with original mint luster are the true treasures. A bright red 1963 penny in excellent condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the grade. Second, look for errors. Error coins are mistakes made during the minting process, and collectors absolutely love them. Some 1963 pennies show doubled letters, strange shapes, off-center strikes, or die errors. These unusual coins can command huge prices on the market. One famous variety is the doubled die coin, where the letters appear slightly doubled because of a minting mistake. Certain examples have sold for impressive amounts. Third, pay attention to grading. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC carefully inspect coins and assign them a grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A coin graded MS67 red is considered extremely rare because copper coins scratch and discolor very easily. That is why high-grade examples are so difficult to find today. Now let's talk about current market prices. An average circulated 1963 no mint mark penny may only be worth a few cents, but an uncirculated coin with strong red color can quickly jump in value. Some examples sell for hundreds of dollars, while elite specimens in top condition have reached several $1,000s at auction. And yes, some collectors are specifically searching for examples valued above $1,200. That's why people across America continue searching through old coin jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections hoping to discover one of these hidden treasures. But be careful. There is a lot of misinformation online. Many people believe every no mint mark penny is automatically rare, and that simply is not true. Coin collecting communities on Reddit regularly warn collectors about exaggerated claims and fake listings. Experts explain that most ordinary circulated 1963 no mint mark pennies are common, while only rare high-grade or error examples bring large prices. So before selling your coin, it is important to examine it carefully. Use a magnifying glass. Check for unusual doubling. Inspect the color and shine. Look for scratches or wear. And if the coin appears exceptional, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Today, we are diving into one of the most talked about American coins among collectors, the 1974 Liberty 1 cent coin with no mint mark. This tiny copper coin may look ordinary at first glance, but certain rare versions have shocked collectors and sold for incredible prices in the coin market. Some rare examples have reached values starting around $1,200, while extraordinary error varieties and high-grade coins have sold for much more. Before you spend another penny, watch this video carefully because you might already own one of these hidden treasures. The 1974 1-cent coin is officially known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent. It features the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front side. Above Lincoln's head, you will see the famous word Liberty, which is why many collectors often call it the Liberty Penny. On the reverse side is the Lincoln Memorial Building. Now here's where things become interesting. Many people believe that a coin without a mint mark is automatically rare. That is not always true. In 1974, the Philadelphia Mint produced pennies without any mint mark at all. So if your coin has no letter beneath the date, it was minted in Philadelphia. But some no mint mark 1974 pennies become valuable because of three major reasons. Condition. Rare minting errors. Special varieties. Let's start with condition. Most 1974 pennies are heavily circulated. They have scratches, faded color, worn surfaces, and damaged edges. These common coins are usually worth only a few cents. But when collectors find a 1974 no mint mark penny in near-perfect condition with bright original red color, the value rises dramatically. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC examine coins under magnification and assign grades based on quality. A normal circulated coin may be worth almost nothing, but a mint state example graded MS67 or higher can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some elite examples have sold for several $1,000s at auction. That means an old penny sitting unnoticed in someone's collection could secretly be a high-end collectible. Now let's talk about the real excitement: mint errors. Coin errors happen during the minting process inside the United States Mint. These mistakes create unique coins that collectors love because no two errors are exactly alike. One of the most famous errors on the 1974 no mint mark penny is the double die obverse. This happens when the design is accidentally stamped twice at slightly different angles. If you look closely, you may notice doubling in the letters of Liberty, In God We Trust, or even the date itself. Some double die examples are worth hundreds or thousands depending on visibility and condition. Imagine discovering tiny doubled letters on a coin you almost spent at a store. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned during minting. Part of the design appears missing, while a blank area remains visible on the coin. The more dramatic the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. Some off-center 1974 pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars. Then there are die cracks and cut errors. These happen when the minting dies begin breaking apart from heavy use. The result is strange raised blobs or unusual lines appearing on the coin. Certain dramatic cut errors are highly collectible and can sell for serious money. Collectors also search for broad strike errors, lamination errors, and rare planchette mistakes. Every unusual detail increases curiosity and potential value. But there is one legendary version of the 1974 penny that takes rarity to another level: the mysterious 1974 aluminum cent. Back in the 1970s, rising copper prices created problems for the United States Mint. Officials experimented with aluminum pennies as a possible replacement for copper coins. A limited number of 1974 aluminum cents were produced for testing purposes, but they were never officially released into circulation. Most were destroyed or returned to the government. Today, the 1974 aluminum penny is considered one of the most famous experimental coins in American history. Experts estimate that surviving examples could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars if legally owned. This incredible story is one reason why collectors remain obsessed with 1974 pennies. Now here's something very important. The internet is full of misleading videos claiming every 1974 no mint mark penny is worth thousands of dollars. That is simply not true. Many collectors online warn that ordinary circulated coins without errors are usually common and inexpensive. The real value depends on rarity, grade, color, and minting mistakes. So how can you check your own coin? First, look carefully at the date. Make sure it says 1974. Next, check under the date for a mint mark. If there is no letter, your coin was minted in Philadelphia. Then inspect the coin under bright light or a magnifying glass. Search for doubling in the lettering, unusual surfaces, missing details, cracks, or strange shapes. Also examine the color. Coins with original bright red copper surfaces are usually more desirable than dark brown worn coins. Today, we are talking about one of the most talked about coins in the world of coin collecting, the 1979 Liberty 1 cent United States coin with no mint mark. This small copper coin may look ordinary at first glance, but some rare examples have shocked collectors by selling for over $1,200, and in exceptional conditions even more. So what makes this penny special? Why are collectors searching for it? And how can you tell if you might own one? Stay with me because this video could help you discover a hidden treasure sitting in your home right now. The 1979 1 cent coin is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial Penny Series. On the front of the coin, you will see the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln along with the word Liberty and the date 1979. On the back is the Lincoln Memorial design that Americans used for decades before the design changed in later years. Now here is the important part. Many collectors become excited when they find a 1979 penny with no mint mark. A missing mint mark sometimes makes people think the coin is a rare error. But in this case, no mint mark usually means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That was normal for many coins from that era. So if no mint mark is normal, why are some of these coins worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The answer is condition, rarity, and minting errors. Most 1979 pennies are only worth a few cents. In circulated condition, many are valued close to their copper content. But when collectors find a 1979 no mint mark penny in extremely high uncirculated grades, the value can rise dramatically. According to Coin Value Guides, rare high-grade examples have sold for thousands at auction. Imagine that. A coin worth 1 cent turning into more than $1,200 simply because it survived in beautiful condition for decades. One reason collectors love the 1979 penny is because it was made mostly from copper. These older copper pennies have become favorites among coin enthusiasts because they were produced before the United States Mint switched to zinc-based pennies in 1982. That gives the coin a classic heavy feel and rich copper appearance that collectors admire. Now let's talk about what you should look for. First, examine the condition of the coin carefully. A shiny red surface with very few scratches is a good sign. Coins that still look bright and almost brand new are called red examples by collectors. These are usually far more valuable than dark brown worn coins. Second, check for minting errors. Error coins are where the real money is found. Some 1979 pennies were struck with unusual mistakes during production. These errors can make the coin extremely valuable because collectors love unique coins that stand out from normal circulation pieces. One famous error is the double die error. This happens when the design is accidentally stamped more than once slightly out of alignment, causing letters or numbers to appear doubled. On rare 1979 doubled die pennies, collectors have paid thousands of dollars. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "I and God we trust." If you notice doubling or blurry overlapping letters, you may have something special. Another thing to search for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin was not perfectly aligned during minting. Part of the design may be missing, making the coin look unusual. Collectors enjoy dramatic off-center errors because every example is different. Clipped planchets are another valuable error type. These coins appear to have a chunk missing from the edge because the blank coin disc was cut incorrectly before striking. There are also coins struck on the wrong metal planchette. Some rare pennies were accidentally struck on blanks meant for other coins. These can become extremely valuable and highly collectible. Now you might be wondering something important. How do you know if your coin is really valuable? The first step is to avoid cleaning the coin. This is one of the biggest mistakes new collectors make. Cleaning can damage the original surface and lower the value dramatically. Even if the coin looks dirty, collectors prefer natural surfaces over polished or cleaned coins. Next, use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Small details matter in coin collecting. Tiny doubling, rare marks, or unusual textures can completely change the value of a coin. If you think your coin may be rare, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate and grade coins. A certified grade can increase buyer confidence and sometimes raise the coin's market value significantly. Collectors especially pay attention to coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher. In those elite grades, even common dates can become difficult to find. One of the reasons coin collecting has exploded online is because ordinary people continue discovering valuable coins in circulation. Stories appear every year about someone finding an old penny worth hundreds or thousands of dollars in pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited collections. That excitement keeps millions of collectors searching every single day. Social media and YouTube have also helped fuel the popularity of rare coin hunting. Videos about valuable pennies regularly receive millions of views because people love the idea that hidden treasure may already be inside their homes. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about modern Lincoln cents in American coin collecting history, the 1990 United States 1-cent coin with no mint mark. The story behind this coin is absolutely fascinating because at first glance it looks completely ordinary. It has Abraham Lincoln on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and the year 1990 stamped clearly beneath Lincoln's portrait. Millions of Americans have seen this coin countless times. But what makes certain examples so valuable is a tiny detail that many people overlook. Collectors across the country have searched bankrolls, old jars, drawers, and family coin collections hoping to find this mysterious coin. Some lucky collectors have discovered examples worth hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and unique minting characteristics. Now here is where things get exciting. Most 1990 pennies without a mint mark were made at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia pennies traditionally carried no mint mark during that era, which means billions were produced for circulation. However, a very rare proof version known as the 1990 no-S proof penny became one of the most famous modern coin errors ever discovered. Instead of carrying the expected S mint mark from San Francisco, a small number were accidentally struck without it. Collectors went absolutely crazy when this error was discovered. The rare proof version has mirror-like surfaces, frosted details, and a highly polished appearance that instantly separates it from ordinary circulation pennies. Experts estimate that fewer than 200 genuine examples may still exist today. Some have sold for thousands of dollars at auction depending on grade and condition. Think about that for a second. A coin originally worth 1 cent could now be worth more than $1,200 and in some cases much more. That is the magic of coin collecting. Tiny mistakes at the mint can create legendary treasures that collectors chase for decades. So how can you tell if your 1990 no mint mark penny might be valuable? First, examine the front of the coin carefully. Look directly below the year 1990. If there is no D and no S mint mark, you have a Philadelphia issue or possibly something much rarer. The next step is checking the finish of the coin. Ordinary circulation pennies have a normal dull copper appearance from everyday use. Rare proof coins, however, have shiny mirror fields and extremely sharp details. Many beginners confuse ordinary Philadelphia pennies with the rare no-S proof penny. That confusion has spread all over social media and YouTube, leading millions of people to search through pocket change hoping to strike it rich. In reality, most no-mint mark 1990 pennies are worth only face value unless they are in exceptionally high condition or contain rare minting errors. But do not lose hope yet. Condition plays a massive role in coin value. Even common 1990 no-mint mark pennies can become surprisingly valuable if they are preserved in pristine mint state condition. Coins graded at extremely high levels by professional grading services have sold for impressive amounts because perfect examples are difficult to find. This is why serious collectors use magnifying glasses, LED lights, and grading tools to inspect coins carefully. Tiny scratches, discoloration, or wear can dramatically reduce value. A bright red uncirculated coin with full original luster always attracts more attention from collectors than a worn brown example. Another reason collectors love the 1990 penny is because it represents a unique era in United States coin production. By 1990, pennies were no longer made primarily from solid copper. Instead, they were struck using a zinc core coated with a thin copper layer. This change happened because copper prices became too expensive for mass production. Because of this composition, many 1990 pennies developed bubbling, plating errors, and unusual surfaces over time. Some error coins featuring off-center strikes, doubled letters, die cracks, or wrong planches have sold for significant premiums among error coin collectors. Now imagine finding one of these rare varieties inside an old coin jar sitting in your house for decades. That possibility keeps collectors searching every single day. Coin roll hunters especially love searching for Lincoln cents. They visit banks, buy boxes of pennies, and spend hours looking through thousands of coins hoping to uncover a hidden rarity. Sometimes the biggest treasures are hiding in plain sight. And here is something incredible. Many valuable coins are discovered by complete beginners. You do not need to be a professional numismatist or wealthy collector to start searching. All you need is patience, attention to detail, and knowledge about what to look for. That is why videos about rare pennies continue to explode online. Millions of viewers are fascinated by the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could change everything overnight.